Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Science Grade 3 lesson for today, which is about Unit 3 Materials Around Us. First, we have warm-up questions. Number 1, do you have a Play-Doh? If you do, you will say, yes, I do. If you don't, just say, no, I don't. Number 2, how do you play with the Play-Doh? Do you use your hands? Do you use your elbow? Or do you use your feet? Number 3, how do you close the door in your room? Do you close the door by pulling or by pushing it? For the vocabulary words for today, number 1, we have curve. Curve. Curve in Thai is. Next is stretch. Stretch in Thai. Boil. 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 All right. Now, for our topic today, we have the different changes in materials. These are the different changes in materials. Okay. First, there are different types of materials in our environment. Some things are solid, liquid, or gas. When you say solid, it is something hard that cannot be splashed. It has its own shape, size, and you can hold it. Just like your book, table, and even an apple. Those things are all solid. Next, when you say liquid, it is something that is like water. It can move and splash. It doesn't have its own shape, just like the water that we drink. Next is cooking oil. It is also liquid. And also milk. Liquid doesn't have its own shape. It only follows the shape of the container of where you put it. The last one is gas. When you say gas, it is something that is like air. For example, oxygen, carbon dioxide, the gas or the air that we breathe in and breathe out. Now, let us watch this short video.
There are 3 different states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases. And it's pretty easy to tell them apart. I mean, you can't drink a solid, right? And you can't hold on to a liquid. And a gas? They're all around you. But you wouldn't even know it because you can't see them. You might be tempted to think that gases aren't as important as solids or liquids. But without gases, none of us would even exist. On right now. What's it like? Solids are things you can pick up, hold, and feel the shape of. Solids always have a shape. They can be hard, smooth, rough, or soft. They come in all different sizes, from as small as a marble to as big as a mountain. And you can hold them in your hands if they'll fit. Now, let's talk about liquids.
Liquid.
The most common liquid is water. But there are a lot of other liquids all around you. Ever had a bad cough and been given cough syrup? That's a liquid. So is vinegar, vegetable oil, chocolate syrup, and the cleaning fluids your parents might use to tidy up the house. The gasoline your parents put in their car or lawnmower? Yep, that's a liquid. So is the sweat that comes out of your body when you run around a lot. Of course, a lot of the liquids we just mentioned are partially water. But first, they will always... Can you tell me what all liquids have in common? First, they will always fill the bottom of a container if you pour them in. And they'll take the shape of that container back in the sidewalk.
It will take the shape of the container.
Now, let's talk about gases. Gases are some of the most interesting of all types of matter because they're all around you, but you can't see them. A gas is invisible, has no shape or size, can fill any size container, and has no surface and moves around easily. Oxygen is a gas that makes up part of the air around you that you breathe in. Other gases in the air are nitrogen and argon. Oxide gas gets absorbed by the trees around us. Other gases you might be familiar with are helium and propane.
All right. Next, let us talk about the different changes in materials. People can do many things to change the size, shape, or state of the materials around you. You can squeeze, twist, press, bend, pull, heat or boil, or cool and freeze. First is squeeze. When you say squeeze, it means to press something firmly. It means to press it strongly. Sometimes you press with only one hand. Sometimes you use two hands or even your arms to squeeze something. Just like when you squeeze a sponge, an orange, or a toothpaste tube to get what's inside. Like for example, you want to release the liquid or the juice, you have to squeeze it. Next, twist. Twist is to turn something around itself. For example, in making this candy, you have to twist the candy around the sticks. In making this rope, they had to twist the thread around itself so that it will turn like this. And also twisting your hair. You can also twist your cloth so that you can dry them so that the water will come out. Next is press. Press is to push down on something. Press is to push down on something, just like pressing a dough, pressing a button, or pressing the keyboard. Sometimes you press with one finger or all your fingers or two hands. Next is bend. When you say bend, it means to curve something, to make a curve. For example, bending a metal, bending a ruler, that is bend. Next is pull. Pull. Pull means to stretch something, just like stretching a rubber band or pulling a rope to pull the donkey. Next is heat or boil. When you say heat, it is to make something hot. When you say boil, it is making something very hot, and then it could turn the liquid into gas. For example, boiling your soup, boiling water for your noodles. All right. The last one is cool or freeze. To freeze a liquid like water will make it turn something hard and solid like ice. For example, you freeze a liquid, you freeze water to turn into ice, or you freeze the juice, the fruit juice, to become a popsicle, an ice cream. All right. Now after that, we are going to do a word wall activity. I will be sending the link for this word wall activity. There will be words here, okay? And then you are going to choose from the 5 choices here at the bottom. It has ice, a ruler, a dough, a soup, a toothpaste. Okay? For example, freezing. Which one is freezing? You freeze the what? Freezing ice. And then you can have some words like pressing. Pressing a dough. Then you click a dough. Alright. After that, I'll be also sending the link to your live worksheet. Just click on the link and then you will see this page. Write your name, grade, and number. After that, just click on your answer and then press finish, check my answer, and then take a picture of that page. You will be putting the picture of this live worksheet in the note. Okay. For number 1, to press something firmly. To press something firmly, press, squeeze, or bend. Number 2, to turn something around itself. Bend, pull, or twist. Number 3, to push down on something. Pull, press, or squeeze. Number 4, to curve something. Bend, pull, or press. 5, to stretch something. Pull, press, or bend. Alright, that would be all for today. See you next time.